Pa-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. 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 Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Postmatch show. Algeria nailed Nigeria to the Super Eagles are soaring, are flying high, are cruising, are dominating, are winning, and are giving us a whole lot of joy. Nigeria, man, we are in the semi-final of the Africa Cup of Nations 2025. What a game that was. My name is Ayoti. This is Eagles Tracker, the home of Nigerian football. And thank you very much for joining me. I appreciate every single one of you. Please make sure you hit the like button on the video. Please do me that favor, hit the like button. If you are new here, welcome. Please subscribe to the channel. We have loads of Nigerian and AFCON content for you to consume. We're live every single week. And of course, please engage with me throughout this show. If you have any questions, any debates, any topics, anything that you want me to highlight on screen, send a comment with a super chat. It's a way that you can support channel and the work that we do, and it goes a long way. But before we get into it, please say hi to me. Let me know where you are tuning in from, and let me know how happy you are to be on this stream today, because what a game that was. Indeed, what a game it was. Please say hi, guys. Before we get into the show proper, say hi. Let me know where you are tuned in from. If you are watching me on X, on Instagram, on Facebook, make sure you join the stream on YouTube. That way I can see your comments. You can stay engaged throughout the show. Make sure you join us on YouTube. Say hi, guys. I see you, Tolex Nelson. He says good afternoon. Good afternoon to you. What an afternoon it is. What an afternoon it was for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Thank you very much for joining me. See, Wani says, hey, IoT, good to be on here. When the Eagles did amazing, they've been progressing. I'm chatting from Maryland. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I appreciate you for joining me. Where is everybody joining from? Sunday says, streaming live all the way from Philadelphia in the US of A. If they pay, say we don't go to Philadelphia this summer, but it is what it is, man. Thank you for joining me Sunday. What a game. Who else do I have here? Who else do I have here? Say hi, guys. Say hi. Let me see which other. Munachi from the UK. Thank you. Abimbola from Luton in England. Thank you very much. Emeka from LA, California. Thank you. Olusegun from Regina, Saskatchewan. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Wow. Jide says, it is 3 a.m. in Japan, but I'm fully awake for the Eagles. I love that. I love the energy. I love the support. Thank you for joining me on the post-match stream. Olufemi from India. Thank you very much. Favor from New Brunswick in Canada. I appreciate you for joining. I see you, Ovie from London, United Kingdom. Light says, hi from Nigeria. Temitayo says, Abuja, Nigeria. Greetings from Hanover in Germany. Thank you for joining me. I have somebody here from Dallas. I have Dage Bus from Raleigh, North Carolina. Sports betting tips from Kent, UK. Bikini Plaza from Thailand. Thank you very much for joining me. Streaming from Sheffield says Victor. Streaming from Glasgow, Oluseyi. Idris from New Mexico, Santa Fe in the US of A. Seb says greetings from Tennessee, USA. Somebody is streaming from Luxembourg, man. Thank you very much. Such an international audience. I appreciate every single one of you. From Torino, Olumide from Houston, Texas, Tosin from New York, Victor from Winnipeg. I thank you very much for streaming. Wale from Maryland, Favor from New Brunswick. Thank you very much. You are in Yukon. What is a Nigerian looking for in Yukon? Oh my God. I've only ever met one person from Yukon since I've been in Canada. Wow, thank you for joining me all the way from Yukon. You probably are the only black person in your neighborhood. But thank you for joining. Adelaide. Oh, watching from Adelaide. I thought Adelaide was your name. Sorry. Watching from Adelaide, Australia, says James Francis. Sunday from California. Thank you very much. Ademola from London. See what your fellow London boy is doing. Victor from England, UK. Thank you very much. It's 4 a.m. in Australia and we are fully awake. We love to see it. Please, guys, as you're joining, keep hitting the like button. We'll get into the post-match show proper in a little bit. Please hit the like button. Only about 7% of people that are watching have liked the video. So please, guys, hit the like button. It goes a very, very long way. Joining us from Russia, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Road Timmy says greetings from Ontario. There's many Ontarios in the world, you know. Alex T says Charlotte, North Carolina. Okpe is joining from Calgary. Okay. David is joining from France. Jide from the UK. Ifeanyi from Virginia. Victor from Sheffield. Kunle from Texas. I can't take everybody, man. There's so many people from everywhere. Luis Victor from Malaysia. Olumide from Houston. So many people. Thank you very much. Dean from Germany. King Doc is in Tanzania. Daniel is in North Carolina. Live from Enugu, Kelvin Marvel. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Somebody says, please pin your account number. We don't do account number. If you want to support the channel, you can leave a super chat right here on the stream, right here on the stream. That way it goes directly to the channel. I wouldn't be able to send an account number. If you want to support the channel, please leave a super chat. All super chats are appreciated. That goes a long way. You can also become a member of the channel. It costs a little bit, a token fee, to become a member of the channel, but you get access to exclusive content. So those are ways that you can support the channel, not with our account number, unfortunately. So please feel free to do that. Arizona, USA, thank you very much. Thank you. I wish I could take everybody's comments, man. Damlola from London, Olusoji from Chicago, Adeneye from the UK, Ajakaye from Akure. Thank you. Lanre Victor says Lanre from Scotland. Aberystwyth in Wales, thank you for joining me. Chimerenka, thank you very much. Okay, I hope you guys can see and hear me properly. I'm going to get into the stream for this evening proper. Of course, the Super Eagles have just defeated the Desert Foxes of Algeria to reach the AFCON 2025 semi-final. The most medaled team in AFCON is on path to win another medal, even if let's not even think about losing the semi-final. Let's not get into that yet. We'll talk about that at the end of the stream. For today, let us just enjoy a brilliant performance. From minute 1 till minute 90, the Super Eagles never looked in any sort of trouble. It was just one of those days where everything is clicking. I'm seeing people are saying, now France we need, now Spain we need, and you think about saying like, damn, this team is not going to the World Cup. What a confusing reality, but that's the reality that we're living in. But yes, as always, I like to do this post-match shows by giving you guys a rundown of things that happen in the game, my thoughts on the game. I'll do my player ratings, I'll do my coach rating, and then of course I will give you guys an opportunity to call into the stream and to share your thoughts. So stick with me and you'll be able to call in and share your thoughts. I see you, King TT Taiwo. Thank you for joining the stream as well. Much appreciated. When a legend is watching, we have to appreciate the legend. So yes, starting from the lineup, Eric Shell named the same lineup, that he had in the last game against who did we play last game? Against Mozambique, and it was the right one. If you watch my pre-match preview, it's exactly what I said. I said I would go with the same team. I would play the three in the midfield. I expected Algeria to have a lot more threats in them. They did not. The game started Nigeria in control from the very first minute of the game. Early free kick to Nigeria. Bruno crosses it in well. Ajayi headed it over. It was already a sign of things to come very early in the game. The Super Eagles won the first corner of the game as well, and were just in control. There was an opportunity. Victor Osimhen got in behind the defense, tried to cut it back for, I think, Ademola Lookman or Akadams that was coming into the box. It went out for a corner kick. Lookman crossed the corner in. Osimhen headed it well over. Within the first few minutes of the game, Super Eagles already had 2 efforts, not on target, but it was showing the intent. We were in control of the game. And then Bruno put in another good cross from the left side into the box. Onyeka volleyed it and it was well blocked. The pressure was piling on. You could see that the Super Eagles came into this game with intent. You could see that they came into this game with desire. They wanted to win. They absolutely wanted to win. And then I put it in my notes here. Maza nutmegs Onyeka. That's the one highlight that Algeria had in the entire 90 minutes when Maza put the ball through Onyeka's legs. But it matters for nothing as long as they did not get the win. 10 minutes into the game, all this happened in the first 10 minutes. 10 minutes into the game, Algeria were yet to put any kind of attack in motion. The Super Eagles were dealing with them. The high press was working so well. We're winning the ball back in our final, in the final third, in Algeria's defensive third. And the first thing that I noted that maybe could have swung the game in Algeria's favor, and it would be very interesting to hear you guys' thoughts on this. There was a cross that was put into the Nigeria box by an Algerian, and it looked like it hit the hand of Semi Ajayi. It looked like he hit the hand of Semi Ajayi. Now, was that a penalty? Do you think that should have been a penalty? You know, for me, I was quite surprised that they didn't at least ask the ref to go and look at it. Don't get me wrong, it's not like I'm hoping that Nigeria concedes, or it's not like I'm hoping that Nigeria loses. I'm just looking at the game from, you know, a general point of view. When that ball hit Semi Ajayi's hand, I was quite scared, you know, because I've seen that given as a penalty different times watching football, you know, and of course, I thought that at the very least they will ask the ref to go and look at it and let the ref decide. So I think that was one that we got away with. We were very, very lucky to get away with that one. If they had got a penalty, if they had scored that, man, it could have looked like a different game. I thought, you know, personally, honestly, it looked like a handball to me. The explanation that you can give is that proximity, it was very close to the ball, you know, things like that. I do not agree that his hand was so close to his body. I think the main argument is that the proximity between him and the guy that struck the ball was maybe too close for him to do anything. It wasn't like he was trying to extend his hand. I thought on first look, I thought it was a penalty. I thought at the very least they will ask the ref to take a look at it. They did not, and I was happy because look, any help you give us, I will take it. Algeria had a free kick that was whipped in. Umabali came out to didn't claim the ball but won a free kick. Algeria then looked like maybe they were growing into the game slowly, but of course the Super Eagles once again quelled any hopes of them building their attacks. Lookman had the first shot on target after an interception high up. Again, the high press in this game was working like a charm. Our forwards were working so hard throughout the game, winning the ball in the final third so many times. And if you can continue winning the ball in those high areas, you are going to have chance after chance after chance. And that's exactly what happened. Lookman got the first shot on target, but it was a fairly good save, comfortable save for Lucas Zidane in the Algeria goal. Osai Sama put a dangerous ball into the box. It was just about dealt with, and the Super Eagles were piling on the pressure. It was a sustained spell of possession for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Osimhen got in behind the defense, but he couldn't sort his feet out. But in fairness, it was also very good defending. I think it was Ben Sebaini that made the tackle. It was a fantastic ball from Iwobi to Lookman to Osimhen, and Osimhen just couldn't sort his feet out, couldn't get his shot off. You know, again, but the Super Eagles were showing their dominance. Chance for Nigeria from a free kick crossed into the box. Calvin Bassey at the back post, and it looked like it might have been the first goal for Nigeria, but it was well cleared off the line, just about cleared off the line by Ben Sebaini. Again, it looked like he crossed the line, but when you watch the replay, you would see that the entire ball hadn't crossed the line. It was a little bit surprising to see that there's no goal line technology at the AFCON. You would have thought that would have goal line technology, but I mean, they used VAR to check all the different angles, and there was no conclusive evidence that the entirety of the ball had crossed the line. So that was not a goal for Nigeria. It will be Osai Samuel once again puts in a delicious cross into the box, but Akko couldn't get his body shape right, and it was defended quite well. And then towards the end of the first half, Iwobi plays Akko Adams through on goal. Iwobi plays Akko Adams. It looked like, again, this was going to be the first goal for the Super Eagles. Akko Adams on his left foot tried to play a finesse shot, and he played it well over. Oh, man, at that moment, you know, see, if you've watched football enough, you know that when a team is missing opportunities, it can come to bite you in the butt at the end of the game. So at that moment, I was just thinking like, God, we are dominating these guys, but why aren't we able to score? Look, in the moment, obviously, you're screaming like, Akko, you have to score that. You have to score that. And I agree, he has to score that. I saw the idea of what he was doing, though. Like, if he went in, it would have been such a beautiful finish. But unfortunately, Akko couldn't keep it down. And then we went into the break. It was 0-0 at halftime. And I saw some comments, some people were talking about Bruno Emechi's crossing. And one thing that I like to tell people is that if we, when you look at numbers again, this is a popular saying that stats are like bikinis. They show you a lot, but they don't reveal everything. And if you look at pure numbers and then you see maybe somebody has put in 4 crosses and only 1 cross completed, you might look and say, oh, this guy is not crossing well. But again, sometimes you put the ball into a very dangerous position. Nobody might just get on the end of it. It doesn't mean it was a bad cross. Or maybe the ball gets headed away and cleared by a defender. It doesn't mean that it was a bad cross. So when I saw some people at halftime criticizing the balls that Bruno was putting in, I was a little bit surprised. And Bruno proved me right, because right after the break, we came in for the second half. It was a fantastic floated ball by Bruno Onyemaechi, and Victor Osimhen did what Victor Osimhen does. Look, Victor Osimhen is a fantastic striker. I do not think that there's any striker in the world when it comes to aerial threats. Correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe Erling Haaland comes close. But I don't think there's any striker in the world that is flat out better than Victor Osimhen when it comes to that aerial threat. I don't think there's any striker in the world that is flat out better than him. Osimhen, put the ball into the air. Let Osimhen duel with anybody for it. Most of the time, Osimhen wins that duel. Even if he's not able to score, even if he's not able to get it on target, even if he's not able to put enough power on it, when that ball is floated into the box, in the air, Victor Osimhen is such a threat. And he proved it again. Fantastic cross by Bruno Emechi. Fantastic leap by Victor Osimhen. And he headed it into the back of the net. He fooled Lucas Zidane. Lucas Zidane thought maybe Osimhen would go near post, but Osimhen headed it back down where the ball was coming from. And the Super Eagles took the lead right after halftime. Perfect start to the second half. And it was nothing less than we deserved. For all the dominance that we had leading up to those 47 minutes, it was nothing less than we deserved. Fantastic goal. 1-0 to the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Algeria had a breakaway, and there was a very, very crucial interception that was made by Semi Ajayi. I don't know if you remember this. He was tracking back, and the pass wasn't great. But Semi Ajayi made a crucial interception, because had that ball gone through, it would have been a very good opportunity for Algeria. Again, they could have scored, and the game at 1-1 would have been something different. So Semi Ajayi, kudos to him for making that crucial interception. Bruno Emechi once again puts in a delicious cross from the left side. Osimhen rose high. He got his head on it, but he wasn't able to get enough power on the header, and it was a fairly comfortable save. And then Iwobi with a great ball to Victor Osimhen, who unselfishly finds Akko Adams. Akko Adams showed great composure, round the goalkeeper into the back of the net. 2-0 to the Super Eagles of Nigeria. When Osimhen was saying, it's a team game. This is why he was saying it. Very, very unselfish play by Victor Osimhen. I must give him credit for it. A fine assist. Once again, kudos to Alex Iwobi for quarterbacking the play, for making those line-breaking passes. And then Akko Adams, man, the calmness in front of goal, the composure, the quality to go around the goalkeeper like that and to put it in the back of the net. Zinedine Zidane was watching, and he had to watch his son, concede that type of beautiful goal. Akko Adams, fantastic goal, 2-0 to the Super Eagles of Nigeria. And then Vladimir Petkovic, the Algeria coach, at a point I was like, yeah, he's giving up. He took off Ibrahim Maza, he took off Riyad Mahrez, and I said, oh, this game is over. They are hoping for a miracle, but they don't believe that they can do it anymore. You could literally see the life getting sucked out of the Algerian players. They were down, they were beaten, they were out of it. They did not believe anymore. Yes, they played the whole 90 minutes, but you could tell that they did not think that they could do it anymore. They hadn't seen this kind of quality before. They did not expect what they were seeing. They did not expect it. It was a fantastic performance. And I'm not even going to lie to you. See, whenever I'm watching games, I'm always taking notes. Of things that I'm noticing, things that I'm going to talk about on the post-match stream. But shortly after we scored that second goal, I was delirious. I was jumping. I was shouting. I was celebrating. I kind of stopped taking my notes of what was going on in the game. Once they take off their best players, I know again. Eric Shell made changes. He brought on Onyedika and Moses Simon, took off Frank Onyeka and Wilfred Ndidi. And I want to give credit for the work that Bright Osai Samuel was doing on that right side. Continue to do excellent work. And I know that there was another chance for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Victor Osimhen, we already praise Osimhen so much, I know. But Victor Osimhen deserves all, if not more, of the praise that he gets. His fantastic abilities on the ball, his work ethic, man, his effort. Because for that chance that Akko Adams had, where Akko Adams headed it on the post, Victor Osimhen, he first tried to square the ball into the box. It was blocked by the defender. And he could easily have just calmed down and let the ball roll out for a corner kick. But no, Victor Osimhen fought to keep that ball in play. He got to it. He puts it back into the box in a dangerous area. Akko Adams tried to place the header. Look, I can't fault him for not scoring that. If he scored it, it would have been good. But he could only go to one side, really. And it was a narrow, there was not that much space. So he tried to really place the header. And unfortunately, he got it a little bit wrong. And it hit the post. That would have been 3-0 to Nigeria. That would have been a fantastic performance. On another day, Akko Adams could have been celebrating the first hat-trick of AFCON 2025, the first hat-trick of his Super Eagles career, but it wasn't meant to be today. Algeria huffed and they puffed, but at the end of the day, the Super Eagles stood still. The Super Eagles stood strong, unshaken, unbroken, whatever word you want to use. A fantastic, resolute display, fantastic offense, fantastic defense. The Super Eagles of Nigeria are going into the semi-final of the Africa Cup of Nations. Deja vu, we've been here before. We've been here before, and we are here again. What a performance, man. Look, Eric Shell is cooking. I'll get into my player ratings. Before I get into my player ratings, let me quickly acknowledge some super chats that I have here and appreciate people that are supporting the channel. Tunioni, thank you for the super chats. Much appreciated. Oscar from Alberta says, solid performance. Thank you for the super chat as well, Oscar. Ademola also with the super chat from Great Britain. Thank you very much, Ademola. Ifeanyi Chukwu says, Akko would have easily bagged a hat-trick tonight. Yes, he could have. It could have been a hat-trick, and it would have been a very fine hat-trick as well had he just got those ones on target. Thank you for the super chats, Ifeanyi Chukwu. Thank you very much. Please keep the super chats flowing. If you want me to highlight your comment on screen, if you have a question to ask, if you want to debate me on something, whatever it is, send it with the super chat, and I'll be happy to take your comments. Priority responses. Okay, let me get into my player ratings for today. Look, everybody played well. So it's going to be good ratings for almost everybody. I'll start with Stanley Nwabali in goal. Nwabali probably gets the lowest rating today. Why? Because he did not have to make any save, and then he got himself a silly yellow card. But fantastic defensive display. Nwabali with a total of 0 saves made in today's game. I don't know, was it really hurt? Was he faking an injury? We don't know exactly what it was. He had to come out once to claim the ball, which he did quite well. Nothing to really talk about from Nwabali. He was a passenger for almost the entire game, if not the entire game. 1 or 2 moments that he had to come out and just punch the balls in the box. But yes, I'll give Nwabali a 6.5 out of 10 in today's game, simply because he didn't have anything to do and he got himself booked when he really did not have to get himself booked. But yes, kudos to Stanley Nwabali. Bruno Oyemechi on the left-hand side. Look, not be said I praise myself, but I said it. I prefer Bruno at the left-back position. I've been saying this for years now. For years. A lot of people prefer Zeddy Sanusi with good reason. Zeddy Sanusi is a good player. He has his own qualities. But I was saying it and I've been saying it. I personally prefer Bruno Oyemechi. My good friend, my co-host on my podcast, Smith Live, he debated me for weeks after week after week after week. He debated me for weeks about this whole thing. And I am personally just happy that Bruno is repaying the faith that I had in him, the faith that I had in his abilities. Bruno Oyemechi, great performance today. Of course, got the assist for the opening goal. He won 1 tackle. He made 2 clearances, 4 ball recoveries, 4 duels won, 5 chances created. Bruno Oyemechi, 5 chances created in today's game from the left back position. What a performance. Put in 10 crosses, 5 of those crosses were accurate. But again, not every cross that is not accurate is a bad cross. Sometimes you put in the cross into a dangerous area. Somebody just doesn't get on the end of it, but it's still a quality one. He also had 1 shot on target in the game. Look, Bruno Emechi, fantastic display. Defensively, didn't have too much to do defensively, but when he was called upon, he did his job with a few tackles, ball recoveries that he made. I'm going to give Bruno Emechi an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 for Bruno Emechi. 8 out of 10. Fantastic display. Calvin Bassey, left center back. 1 interception, 1 clearance, 6 ball recoveries, 4 duels won. Was fouled 3 times, so was good in winning fouls, and had 1 shot, nearly opened the scoring for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. That one that was cleared off the line. They recorded it as a big chance missed, but I wouldn't really say that's a big chance missed. It was a good opportunity for him that he easily would have scored, but for good defending. On the defensive side, Bassey did not have too much to do. It was more so just winning those fouls in those areas to ease a little bit of pressure and to allow us come into the game. I'm going to give Calvin Bassey a 7.5 for today's game. I can't fault him. He didn't do anything wrong. Continues to impress, continues to be solid throughout the AFCON. Kudos to Calvin Bassey. Shemi Ajayi, the right centre back for today. 1 tackle, 1 interception, 5 clearances, 2 ball recoveries, 4 duels won, and 1 very crucial interception, which I mentioned initially. Very crucial interception. Very crucial interception that Shemi Ajayi made. I was very happy with Shemi Ajayi's performance today. Got up well as well in the match, and he continues to be a very calm figure. People have said in the past, Shemi Ajayi is too slow. He's too slow. And I always say, I appreciate pace and what pace does for footballers. But sometimes I think people, especially Nigerian fans, a lot of Nigerian fans want every single player on the field to just be a speedster. They talk about the same thing. They'll say, hey, Ndidi, he's slow. This one is slow. And I'm like, I understand you wanting to have pace in your attack. But for center backs, for DMs, you don't, pace is good, but it's not end all be all. And Shemi Ajayi continues to be a very calm and composed figure in our defense, continues to do very well. I'll give Shemi Ajayi a 7.5 for today's game. I thought he was very good. And I cannot overemphasize the crucial nature of the interception that he made, because once again, if Algeria had happened to score, the match could have looked totally different. We don't know how it would have gone, but the match could have looked totally different. Now, let me give a lot of credit to Bright Osayi Samuel, playing from the right back. Look, Bright has caused me some pain in the past. That's the reality. There have been games that I've criticized the performance of Bright Osayi Samuel, like the Zimbabwe game, some game like I think South Africa game, some games in the past I've criticized his performance. But so far this AFCON, Bright has been at it. And today, in the most important game of the tournament so far, Bright Osayi Samuel puts in his best performance for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. As far as I'm concerned, this is the best game that I've seen Bright Osayi Samuel play for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. What an immense performance. The energy, the work rate, the effort going forward, coming back. Fantastic performance today. 2 clearances, 1 block, 6 ball recoveries, 7 duels won. So strong in his duels today. 90% pass accuracy, so accurate, keeping possession. 2 dribbles completed. What a dominant display by Bright Osayi Samuel on that right side. He was so good, and I have to give him credit. Look, I love when players step up. I love when players prove me wrong. I love when players show that they have more quality than I might have thought. And Bright Osayi Samuel, before this tournament, I kept saying that I think that our defense could be something that will make me scared in this tournament. But look, we've been getting better as the games have gone on, which is so incredible to me. We are getting better as the games are going on defensively. We are getting better from conceding in every game of the group stage. And we were saying, Nigeria, man, why can't we keep a clean sheet? We always find a way to concede. We went and blew Mozambique out of the park. Granted, that was Mozambique. And then today we play against an Algeria side that have also been winning, that have also been scoring. And they did not have a single shot on target. As per, they did not, Umabali made 0 saves in the game. Only 2 times that he came to claim the ball in the air. You might as well have had me in goal. You might as well have had me in goal. Oh, man, our defense solid. Brother Sahi Samuel solid. Osayi Samuel for me today gets a 9 out of 10. Fantastic performance. Like I said, I think this is the best game I've seen Bright play for Nigeria. So solid, man. So solid. Going to the midfield, Wilfredo Ndidi, our skipper. Passing accuracy 85%, 1 dribble completed, 1 tackle, 1 interception, 2 clearances, 4 ball recoveries, 5 duels won. Wilfredo Ndidi was good today. Wasn't as intense as he normally is, but the control that the midfield had, Ndidi, Iwobi, Onyeka, they controlled the game. They did not let Algeria get in behind many times. They did not let Algeria build anything. Very, very good effort from the front line as well, I must say. So for Ndidi, I don't really have too much to talk about. I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10 in today's game. Frank Onyeka, midfield partner. Onyeka also had a good game. 83% pass completion, 2 dribbles completed, 1 interception, 2 tackles, 4 ball recoveries, and 8 duels won. Solid in his duels as always. Frank the Tank Onyeka, you know what you are going to get from him. I would also give him a 7 out of 10 in today's game. Moving over to Alex Iwobi, our deep line playmaker, our quarterback in everything that we do. Look, the only thing that pains me about Alex Iwobi is that he does not get as much statistical credit as he deserves. That's the only thing that pains me. Because once again, no goal, no assist for Alex Iwobi. But that's why football is not just about statistics. That's why you have to use your eyes. That's why you have to use your eyes and you have to watch the game. Because Alex Iwobi put in another fantastic performance. Another fantastic performance. Quarterback in the play. The king of the pre-assist. That pass before the pass that leads to the goal. Alex Iwobi is the one that plays those defense splitting passes, those line breaking passes. Alex Iwobi new for a reason. Big 17. What a baller. What a player. What an AFCON is having. And you know what? The vlogs are going to continue. We are balling. The vlogs are going to continue. I'm so happy, man. Alex Iwobi, another fantastic display. Other than the pre-assist that he got today, also for the chances that we created, the Osimhen one, the AFCON one, he will be involved in everything that we are doing going forward. That's why I keep on highlighting him before every game as a very key player for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Fantastic one, created 2 chances by himself, got pre-assist as well. Just an all-round solid display by Alex Iwobi. I'll give Iwobi an 8 out of 10 in today's game. I thought he was very good. I thought he had a fine game today. Okay, moving on very quickly, I would go to our attack. We had Ademola Lookman playing in behind the 2 strikers. Ademola Lookman, no goal and no assist for Ademola Lookman today, which is quite shocking when you think about it. The Super Eagles played a match and Lookman did not score, Lookman did not assist. Quite shocking, but still, his effort was good today. He created 2 chances. He put in 3 crosses that were successful into the box. He had 2 shots. One was on target, one was blocked. And he was also good defensively. His 2 tackles that he attempted, he completed. 2 ball recoveries, 7 duels won. I thought it was a good game. He easily could have had an assist or 2 in this match if we had taken some of our chances. I thought that his play, his all-round play was good. And also just sucking up the pressure of the Algerians and then releasing the ball to Bruno Oyemechi on the left side was something that Ademola Lookman did at a high level today. He, runs through that midfield. Then the Algerians are coming towards him. He just passes the ball out to the left side for Bruno Oyemechi to put a cross into the box. I thought it was something that Ademola Lookman did very well today. Again, that's another thing that doesn't necessarily show up on the stat sheet, but when you watch the game, you see what the player is doing and you see how good it was. So a very, very, very good one from Ademola Lookman today. I'll give Ademola Lookman a 7.5 out of 10. He has done better. He's been better, but I also thought that he was good today. And then now over to the attackers. Akor Jerome Adams, 1 goal, hits the woodwork once, one very, very big chance that he missed. But his dribbling, his movement of the ball, his awareness, his high pressing, all those things are underrated, and I have to give him credit for those as well. On another day, we could have been celebrating Akor Adams' hat trick, but it was still a good performance from him. I'm going to give him a 7.5. Just he loses 1 point because of that chance that he missed. Akor is my guy, so I know he will not take offense. He loses 1 point because of that chance that he missed. You know, you have to bury it, man. You have to bury it. Look, we're playing so well, we're so dominant. Of course, the chance that he missed ended up not mattering at all. But man, Akor, you have to score that, bro. You have to score that. So for that, I'll give him a 7.5. I would have given him a higher rating. You know, just that chance, man. That chance. I just feel like next time, you know, Akor, you have to bury that. You have to bury that. So yes, fantastic one. Still a very, very good performance by Akor Adams, I must say. You know, take nothing away from him. Very, very, very good high pressing. Very, very good high pressing. Very, very strong on the ball, strong off the ball. His work rate cannot be understated, cannot be underrated. He keeps doing very, very well for the Super Eagles. I'm happy to see on the score sheet yet again. You know, I called the last one when I told you guys that he will get something, and I thought, you know, I thought that he was just going to get maybe 1 goal in this AFCON tournament and supply a few of them. But now he has 2 goals in the AFCON, and I think he has 2 assists in the AFCON as well. So Akor, man, look, sometimes when it's your time, it's your time. Just be ready for your opportunity whenever it comes. Look at Akor Adams. He was just doing his thing, hustling, went to Montpellier in France. It didn't really work out for him in Montpellier. Found his way to Sevilla in Spain, you know, started to get a few good performances, scored that goal against Barcelona. And Eric Shaw said, you know what, if this boy can score Barcelona, let me bring him to the Super Eagles of Nigeria. And all of a sudden, you know, took that starting shirt and has just cemented his place in the Super Eagles and is on his way to potentially, let's not get carried away, but he's on his way to potentially doing and winning something with Nigeria, you know. So let me not get carried away yet, but when it's your time, it's your time. Just be ready. Just be ready for your moment when it comes. Just be ready for your moments when it comes. Just be ready. Akor was ready and he has taken his chance. He works so hard. Akor works like he's fighting for his lunch money. Like he works so hard on the ball, off the ball. I know that he'll be laughing at himself for missing that opportunity, but still a very good performance. Like I said, I'm going to give him a 7.5 just because he missed a blatant chance, just because of that, you know, but still a very good performance. And then finally, Victor James Osimhen, 1 goal and 1 assist. It's a team game. Yes, Victor, it's a team game. A fantastic performance from him today. His work rate, undeniable. His effort, fantastic. Fantastic header. Great leap for the goal. Very unselfish play to find Akor for his assist. Only 28 touches of the ball, but he made those touches count. You have to give him credit. You know, fantastic effort by Victor Osimhen today. Victor Osimhen gets an 8.5. 8.5 for me. Victor Osimhen gets an 8.5. 8.5. Whew. My player of the game. I gave the highest rating to Bruno Yemechi. I'm going to give him credits. Fantastic display, I thought it was. Look, I know Osimhen scored and assisted, so very easily you can give Osimhen the man of the match award, and I'm not going to debate you on it. You know, I'm not going to debate you on it. But I want to give a lot of kudos and credits to Bruno Yemechi for his performance today. I thought he was very good. I thought his crosses were very dangerous. There was no cross that I saw from Bruno that I was like, what on earth is this boy doing? Even the ones that were not accurate were put into dangerous positions. He created 5 chances from left back. 5 chances created in today's game. Of course, got 1 assist, for the opener that started off the second half for us. Didn't have too much to do defensively, but when he was called upon, he was good. He got the job done. My player of the match, I'll give it to Bruno. Victor Osimhen comes second, and then Bright Osai Samuel comes third for me today. Fantastic displays all around. Whoever you think was the best player is valid, man, because everybody played very, very well. I just know that defenders sometimes can go under the radar, and when a defender puts in a performance like this, I want to big him up. I want to give him some credit. So I'm going to give Bruno Oyemechi. Fantastic one. Shout out to him. Congratulations to him. Let me know who your own player of the game. And then finally, I don't want to rate the subs because a lot of the subs did not play that much. Onyedika and Simon played the longest off the bench, 20 minutes. Awaziem and Dele Bashiru came on for the last 4 minutes plus stoppage time. Igor Ogu came on in stoppage time. So I wouldn't rate the substitutes. But Eric Shell, look, whatever Eric Shell is cooking, just let him cook. Just let him cook. Whatever ingredients he needs, just keep giving him. Whatever he says, just keep doing. You can see the energy that the man has. You can see the relationship that he has with his players. Not only is he looking like a very good coach, he is also looking like a very good man manager, managing all these big egos, big characters, big players. Fantastic work that the man is doing. His lineup, accurate, got it perfect. His tactics in the game, perfect. His substitutions, the right moments, got it right. There's nothing that you can look at and say Eric Shell did wrong or got wrong in today's game. Eric Shell, I give you an 8.5 out of 10 for today's game. Fantastic coaching performance. I think that's the highest coach rating that I've given him so far in this AFCON. When he wins the final, we'll give him the 10 out of 10. But Eric Shell, I'll give him an 8.5 out of 10 in today's game. His instructions for his players, his tactics, his setup, his formations, his substitution, everything, his composure. Thank God we've not had to pour water over his head yet. Hopefully that doesn't happen. But Eric Shell is doing a great job. Whatever he needs, give it to him, man. Give it to him. If they've not paid, I don't know if they've paid him his own bonuses. They should pay him his bonuses. Don't let him worry about anything. Just give him what he needs. And not only would I give credit to Eric Shell, I'll give credit to his entire backroom staff because, of course, he doesn't do it alone. From his assistant coaches to his match analyst. Shout out to Ebobo. Ebobo is my guy. He's their video match analyst for the Super Eagles. Fantastic job from everybody on the backroom staff. Boy, I'm excited, man. I'm excited. When you get to the semi-final, you have to start to dream. You have to dream big. So man, we are playing. See, even 4-3-3, they posted, is this Barcelona 09 or Niger 2026? We are playing football, bro. Football. Look, there's different factors. There's the fact that we are playing on good pitches. We're not playing in New York. So the players can express themselves more. The ball moves around better. But you can also just see that the tactics, the setup is just so right. The players are just playing so well. We are playing great football. What was supposed to be our toughest game of the AFCON so far? It was even easier than Tanzania. It was even easier than Tunisia. What was supposed to be the toughest game? Dominated them. No shot. Riyad Mahrez. Algeria could have had me there, would have done the same thing. Nothing. Like Mahrez just passenger the whole game. Ibrahim Maza. Maza is a baller. But today, the Super Eagles midfield plus Bright Osai Samuel, they made him look like a nobody. He should go back to Bayer Leverkusen and go and play. They made him useless on the field today. No Algerian player that looked good. That's just the reality. No Algerian player that looked good. Our team was so good today, man. So good. Super Eagles, they give me joy, man. Long may it continue. Thank you for the super chats. Another one here from Ibinovia. It says, Eric Sekou Shell. Look, this is when you do good, people will even look that he took the time to type Eric Shell's name and put all the accents. Because of the job at the man, he said I must put his name properly. It says Eric Sekou Shell needs a contract extension now. Knowing the NFF, they'll wait for him to win AFCON first before they start talking about that one. But I understand the sentiment that you have here. Ifeanyi Chukwu says Biggie Bassi is just built like a Congolese mountain gorilla and plays with the same intensity. Calvin Bassi, unshakable, unmovable, solid rock, solid player, solid defender. CB by initials, CB by profession. What a player, man. What a player. Calvin Bassi. AY Philly says Algeria had 0 shots on target. Dominant display. Very, very dominant display. No shot on target. Not even one of those ones that you just shoot that you know it cannot enter, but the goalkeeper just save it, they just counted as shot on target. Nothing. They had no threat in the entire. Like there was no moment that you felt like they might score also. There was no moment that you felt like they might get a goal. It did not happen. They did not smell it. Look, let me check statistics. 57% ball possession for the Super Eagles. 5 big chances for the Super Eagles. 13 shots for the Super Eagles. Algeria only 3 shots. No saves made by Nigeria. Only 2 corner kicks for Algeria, 4 corner kicks for Nigeria. There was nothing. They had nothing. Just absolutely nothing. I'm trying to see if I can find. Okay, yes. They had 10 touches in the Super Eagles box. Algeria had 10 touches in our box. We had 42 touches in their own box. 4 times. The pressure was just getting worse and worse and worse. It was crazy. It was crazy. I'm trying to look at it. Passes in the final third. Algeria had 68 attempted passes in Nigeria's final third, completed 42. Nigeria had 128 attempted passes in Algeria's final third, and we completed 89% of 89 out of the 128, 70%. Just based on what we watch with our eyes, it was utter dominance. Based on what the statistics are showing us, it was utter dominance, without a doubt. The best performance of the tournament from Super Eagles so far. I know we beat Mozambique 4-0, but now Mozambique be that. This was supposed to be our toughest game so far. We made it look like a walk in the park. Almost Super Eagles, they give me joy. I don't feel like Super Eagles, man. They are playing so well. They are playing so well. What a game! Another comment here. Real K, thank you for the super chat. Real K says Bright is my man of the match, an absolute monster in defense. Yes, Bright, another solid performance. Like I said, I think this was his best game playing for Nigeria. Fantastic one. Long may it continue. I think the only negative from today's game is I think that Wilfred Ndidi is going to miss the semi-final match for accumulating 2 yellow cards in the knockout rounds. He got a yellow card against Mozambique. He got a yellow card today against Algeria. That's the only negative that you can potentially pick out from today's game. It's unfortunate, but look. Bring Morocco, don't worry. We get something for them. Bring Morocco, we get something for them. Bring Morocco. That's the only negative from today's game. I like what Wilfred Ndidi does, but we'll handle it. Just very quickly, let me talk about it because we know we are going to face Morocco in the semi-final of the tournament. If you watched my video, many of you did not, because that video had less views than the recent other videos that I've posted, where I did the knockout stage prediction for the entire knockout stage I did before the round of 16. I've got some of it wrong, I must admit to that. But I predicted Algeria, Nigeria. I predicted Morocco. I thought South Africa would beat Cameroon. But nevertheless, I said, my friend who I had co-hosting on that episode, Olu said Morocco might lose to Cameroon. But I told Olu, I said, Cameroon is not Morocco's time to be sad. It's not time for Morocco to cry yet. I said it's when they face Nigeria. You know how we did to them in Morocco at the AFCON. We're in Morocco again. This time is the men's AFCON. We are going to put tears in the eyes of their fans again. All due respect to Morocco, man. Thank you for your fantastic facilities. Look, I don't know if we'll be doing all of this without your fantastic facilities. Thank you for your facilities. Thank you for your hospitality. I've seen so many videos. The Moroccans have been so nice to the Nigerians that are there. You know, thank you, Morocco. But it's time for you to meet the big boys. It's time for you to play football. It's time for you to see the Super Eagles. You know, Eagle versus Lion, who go win, you go find out that day. Look, it's not going to be easy. That's what I said before this match. I don't think it's going to be easy. I don't think it's going to be easy. But the Super Eagles are giving me so much joy. They are playing with so much vigor, so much passion, so much energy, so much ability. It would be disrespectful. It would be disrespectful of me to not say that we're going to beat Morocco. It would be disrespectful. When a team plays like this, when a team puts in performances like this, I have to trust them all the way. I have to trust them all the way. I have to trust them all the way. I will do my match preview for the Morocco game soon. You will hear my full thoughts. I have to go back and, watch Morocco's games again, watch Nigeria's games again. Especially Morocco's games, because I've watched all the Nigeria games in full concentration, but Morocco, I've been in and out of their matches. I have to watch all their games again, do my match preview. But look, I trust the Super Eagles, man. I thought we'll concede today. They didn't even have a shot on target. Bring Morocco. We have something for you. We have something for you. Hakimi, you've already collected the African Player of the Year. You're not going to collect AFCON. Don't worry. We have something for you. The same way we made your women cry, we're about to make the men cry because we don't discriminate. What we can do to a woman, we'll do to a man too. Man, shout out to the Super Eagles, man. They are making me so happy. Before the tournament, I said the minimum is the final, and I like the fact that we're on course to achieve that. We're on course to achieve that. Eric Shell, look, I've been saying it. This tournament, you have to win it. You have to win it. I know you are doing such a great job, but you have to win it to really stamp yourself. Why? Because the last coach at the last AFCON took us to the final. So you have to go one better and win the final. Also, if he can win the final, playing this brand of football that we are playing, I think it will be the biggest feather in his cap to show that we can win while playing attractive, exciting, attacking football. It would be the biggest feather in his cap. Look, we all said the Super Eagles defense wasn't solid. The Super Eagles defense was an issue. And Eric Shell is telling us, look, even if our defense can concede, we will score you 4. We don't care. So Eric Shell, you are doing such a great job. No pressure, but pressure. You need to win this AFCON. Just keep doing what you're doing. Don't overthink things. Don't overcomplicate things. Take us all the way, man. 2 more games. Just 2 more games. Just 2 more games, man. Just 2 more games. And I'm excited for those 2 games. I'm really, really excited. Shout out to the Super Eagles, man. Shout out to all the players, the coaching staff, everybody involved, all the fans that are in Morocco as well. Thank you for your support. And shout out to every one of you guys that's watching my stream, man. Thank you very much. We're doing the little that we can to keep the energy going and to keep the excitement going from over here, even though I cannot be in Morocco myself. Guys, man, if you haven't already, please like the video. Less than half of you have liked the video. Please, if you haven't already, like the video. If you are new here, welcome to Eagles Tracker, the home of Nigerian football. Make sure you subscribe. We have lots of exciting content for you to watch, and of course, lots of exciting Africa Cup of Nations 2025 content as well. Any player that you're hearing about, that you want to know more about, you can go and check. Bruno, I have an interview with him. Go and check it out. So just a quick plug. Lots of exciting content for you to watch. Okay, now it is time for me to bring you on. If you want to share your thoughts on the game, if you want to look ahead a little bit to the upcoming semi-final, I'll bring you on. Make sure you have your camera on. Make sure that we can hear you and see you properly. Good lighting. Make sure you are fully clothed. And I'll give you an opportunity to share your thoughts. We're not going to go on for too long, just so that we can go and watch the Egypt Ivory Coast game. At least maybe we can catch the second half of that game. So we'll try to take as many people as possible in the shortest time possible. But I like to give you guys some time to talk. But you wouldn't be able to talk for 10 minutes. So the link has been pinned. Click the link, join now, so that I know how many people actually want to speak. And then we can get started. And guys, don't stop the super chat. So I know, we won, so you guys should be happy. Support the channel, support the efforts that we put in, support the content, help us to keep creating. So please send super chats. Also highlight your comments. Join channel as a member. Lots of exciting exclusive content for members of the channel as well. All right, let me take callers. Alex T, turn on your camera so that I can bring you on. While I'm waiting for Alex T, I will take Munachi. Munachi, welcome.
Congratulations, IoT. We won.
Congratulations.
We won.
What
you said?
I said, what a game. What a game.
What a performance. We have Ibom Air, we have Arik Air, and now we have Victor Siemens Airways. What a leap. What a leap. So very quickly, it was a very strong second half performance that actually, propelled us, I think. And also again, like as I was watching the game, I was just jotting down. We had chances, we had like superior chances, we had superior attack. We created the most dangerous opportunities throughout the game. And then constantly, just like you said, we kept Algeria under pressure. And even when they attempted, to create chances, we frustrated them with our defense. Now, it's even funny because this Algerian defense, we've all been saying they have been very compact defensively. But all of a sudden, in the first half, we picked out holes. We exploited that gap. And I think that also, I would want to add this. I know it doesn't mean anything, but I want to say maybe the extra time that they played against DR Congo also brought in fatigue, because you could see them. They were tired. Then Victor Osimhen, I listened to when the brouhaha between him and Lookman came up. Everybody was bashing him. Yeah, he didn't act well. But again, the noise that the players had to contain, the outside noise of the bonuses and all that. I watched series of interviews, especially our supposed sports commentators that were just saying nonsense, arrant nonsense. But they left that at the back and they said, you know what, we have a game. Let's prove these guys wrong. And they proved themselves. I'm so happy tonight. Everybody played well, just like you said. Everybody played well. I will take the win backs because Osai had a good game. Bruno had a good game. So in all, I'm very, very excited for this team. Very excited for this team. And because part of what you said, Chelsea needs to win this. That's all I can say. I'm just super happy. I'm just super happy. I had sore throat. I even had to jubilate on top of this sore throat, but it's worth it.
And just to comment on what you said about the things that Egypt have scored. 4 minutes into the game, Egypt have taken the lead against Cote d'Ivoire. Sorry, I'm just monitoring that. So interesting. Egypt, I wanted Cote d'Ivoire to win, because I have something for them in the final, but it's fine. But yeah, so just to talk about what you said about like comments that people were making. For me, I look at it and I say it surprises me how much Nigerians are used to suffer-head lifestyle. How much Nigerians are used to, if they owe you, don't complain now, complain later. Look, I've always said this. Certain things can distract the team, no doubt about it. But a protest is supposed to be inconvenient. If it is convenient, then it's not a protest. You are basically begging me. The only way that it is a real protest is if it inconveniences us in one way or the other. The players, I don't know why sometimes, and I know football fans, we always think that we are the most passionate. But I'm surprised that people don't realize that the players want it more than you. Like the players want to win the AFCON
You want to win it.
because
You are not paying them salary, for goodness sakes.
they have more to gain from
I'm
winning the
telling you.
AFCON than you as a fan. Okay, you as a fan now will win the AFCON. You have some joy. You have bragging
Mhm,
rights over maybe your other African friends. Now they
mhm.
think for them, they win the AFCON. They have the same joy that you have. They have the same
Exactly.
bragging rights that you have. Then they have their
Exactly.
legacies. They have their careers. They have the pride of saying that they won an international competition with their nation. They have it
Mhm,
forever. So it means
mhm,
more to them than it means to us. That's the reality.
mhm.
But sometimes you forget it. And I saw some people saying, oh, they are going to stop supporting the team, whether they win or not. And for me,
Like,
it doesn't
suppose
really,
elders in the
make
game. I grew up watching that man make that statement. I was young and I grew up watching him. I was stunned when he said what he said. And I'm like, why is this man talking this way?
it really doesn't make sense to me that people expect them to just accept nonsense and then say complain after the tournament. Then when tournaments end now one long story, they'll make you all sorts of promises, you know.
Look
So
at the
I like the
Super
fact that
Falcons today. Look at the Super Falcons today. Have they collected their money? I don't know if they have. I
see, I
don't
like the
know.
fact that Super Eagles they demand for what is right, and at the end of the day, the NFF, whenever you come out and say something in public, one way or the other, the moment that they don't have, they will find it. Once you put pressure on them, one way or the other, they will find
Eh,
out. They will say they don't have, but they will find it from somewhere. So, you know,
but do
sometimes
you know if the money has been disbursed?
the money has been released. I
Okay.
don't know if all of them have received it yet, but there's confirmation that the money has been released and they will get
Oh,
it. You know.
okay. Okay.
So and again, just another this thing. Remember how they were making a whole lot of noise after the Super Falcons were supposed to get paid in dollars and they said they don't want to. The Super Eagles players are
Mhm.
also getting paid in dollars. So that one is another conversation for another day. But they were making a whole lot of noise in the media when it was the women. But it's just
Mm.
it works. But yes, thank you,
Mm.
Munachi, for joining us, man.
Welcome.
Look
You're
forward
welcome,
to seeing
ISO.
you again. Don't worry. After we beat Morocco, we'll be back here to celebrate again. Thank you.
God's willing. When is the game against Morocco, please?
The game against Morocco is what is it? I think it's another 4 or 5 days, either the 14th or the 15th. I have to
Oh, okay.
on the 14th. Yes, on the 14th.
Okay, please. I just hope that the players don't get burned out because I was seeing cramps from Osai Samuel and all that. Well, anyways, I
Tomorrow
wish them well.
they'll do recovery tomorrow. They'll be
Mm,
fine. Don't worry. All right.
yeah.
Thank you very
All
much.
right. Thank you very much. Yeah.
All right. That was Munachi. Great comment here, and I like what he mentioned about just the way some of our journalists and sports commentators are acting. But thank you to the Super Eagles, man. They didn't let that distract them. PO, you're up next. Welcome, PO.
Hello, Ayo.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Go on.
Okay. Congratulations to everyone. And it was a very commanding victory, a very real statement. We felt the Mozambique result was a statement, but I think this one is even more profound and more grounded. By now, I'm very sure the Moroccans will be shaking in their boots
Hmm.
because they know that a juggernaut is coming for them on Wednesday. I think the way Nigeria is playing now, the only thing to stop Nigeria from winning this AFCON is Nigeria.
Hmm.
That's the only team that can stop Nigeria from winning this AFCON. Nigeria. Because I've watched Morocco since day one, and I don't see. I wouldn't say they are a bad side, but I don't. The way the Super Eagles are playing right now, I don't see Morocco as a threat. I'm not even bothered.
Hmm.
If they can maintain this intensity, and mind you, our team is not even playing to full strength. This is not the Super Eagles at 100%. So it's for the Moroccans. This I'm sure this is scary
Hmm.
because this Algerian team is a fantastic team, but we made them look so ordinary today. So ordinary. As in, when you watch a team, when you are trouncing a team, and you get to a point and you even feel pity for them because the victory was just so. would I say embarrassing? Yes, to some extent it is, because it was a total slaughter, annihilation. It was, they were not even in the game. We couldn't, there was no point where, like you said, Ayo, there was no point where in the game you could say, oh, maybe they will score us, or maybe, oh, there was, Nwabali was basically on holiday, you know. And I saw comments then when people were saying, oh, Nwabali will be the villain of the day, he will this. He basically had nothing to do today. The defense, the midfield, Frank and Ndidi, wow, no, hats off. Those guys are amazing. It's good when we praise, oh, the attackers, they get the goals. Akol, Lukman, Usime, but you see, the guys who really form the engine block, Ndidi, Frank, and Iwobi, those guys, no, no. That engine is fantastic. As in, I don't even, the first half, they actually tried to shut Iwobi down in the first half, try to, because they know he plays like a quarterback, springing the passes early from deep. So they tried to shut him down in the first half, but the way Frank and Ndidi always covered for him, always stood in for him, marking and making sure he had space to maneuver. No, no. I've watched many Super Eagles team, and I was really impressed. I was really impressed. It was a real statement, because after not qualifying for the World Cup, which still hurts basically, because it would have been amazing to see this team play at the World Cup. I'm just happy. I'm just happy. It might not be on my face, but no, they touched the nerve today. Thank you, Ayo.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I appreciate you for joining me. All right. That was PO, order from India. PO said we never even use our video shaker. He said this is not our full power. there's still another level to come. We're not quite at full strength yet, is what PO is saying. And look at how we're playing. The only team that can stop Nigeria from winning is Nigeria. That's what PO says. Fantastic, fantastic one. I love the joy that the Super Eagles are bringing. Mr. Udoka, welcome, welcome, welcome.
Wow. Thank you, Ayo. Congratulations.
Congratulations to you too.
Yeah. So just a quick one. And I just want to re-echo what I keep saying each time I call in. I told you that when Eric Chell said that he's going to win the cup for Nigeria, he's not missing words. And you can see it is playing out. Understand me? Everything is playing out. And if I should also take it a little bit further, to bring back the memories of old, I will say here, mark my word, Morocco 88 is on the play. This time around is to pay back the spirit of those guys that really fought and they were robbed what was supposed to be the cup, our cup in that 88. That is what we are going for. We are taking it, and it's better this way, that we are kind of fighting from this block that is a little bit harder, so that by the time we get to the final, it's going to be just a walk in the park. I'm watching Côte d'Ivoire, Egypt. Egypt is just taking them to cleaners. But don't worry, we'll get there. We'll handle their business. I don't know how good is AI in prediction. Have you seen that is circulating, that AI predicted that Nigeria is going to win the cup? They are going to beat Algeria, they will beat Morocco, they will play final against Egypt, and they will beat Egypt. Have you seen it?
I didn't see that, no.
No, I've seen it. I've seen it in the net. I read it. Do you understand me? But I take it as one of those a compliment. Or however, I think it's playing out, So the other time you asked me about Eric, my opinion, and you say even if he lost, I say keep him. Let me re-echo the sentiment again. Say it to the high heavens. Say it to the people at the top echelon. They should give that man a long contract. Why do I say that? We have area of stars from days back. Nigeria keep producing stars, but we don't have good coaches. We don't. Because if you go by eye test of what these guys are playing, It's not just skill. They are interpreting a kind of a style of play. You understand me? And who bring in this style of play is the coach. You get? Formally, what we have is that we have coaches that will come in, they will invite based on skills that will have the bundle of stars, and they will just say play like this, like the days of Rao, the last coach that is coaching Benin Republic now.
General.
But General, he will just stand by the side and he'll be doing his hands like this. He'll do like this. That is not. He's not reading the game. This man, Richel, I mean, the man is his head is computer. Understand me? It's too much. Because where the action is now, the system of game he brought to Nigeria that are really changing everything. You see this pressing style of game, winning the ball up high in the second. I mean, there's the thought of the final thought, winning the ball, the final thought. They're switching your press into attack. And remember, we have stars that can convert from anywhere. So when they win the ball up high there, you know, anything can happen. We could easily got like 4 or 5 goals today. Ako Adam could have walked out with a hat-trick if actually he converted his chances. But that is by the way. Then on the other hand, on the flip side, concerning the brouhaha that happened the other time, remember when I called in your show, I said people should learn to sleep this thing to the carpet. Let's just, let's not talk. But I was surprised that after that moment, the whole thing was like, it looked like the sports journalists, they doesn't have anything to report again. They keep reporting Osime argument with Lookman. I mean, they want to, kind of rubbish the victory we achieved, which is not, it's not good. It's not good. People should look at the positive side, talk about the positive side, forget about, listen, these guys is blood that is running in their head. And that thing Osimhen is shouting on the field is a team play. He played it out today. Understand me? He could have got second goal, right? But then he squared it for Ako Adams. Because what we need is that victory, not who scored. But be that as it may, I will say big congratulations to them. Like PO just said, we've not even started, Seth. You understand me? We've not started, And another thing again I want to point out about the coach is that you see how everybody's is praising Iwobi. You see how everybody's praising Iwobi. When was the last time we had a coach that really played that guy the way he's supposed to be played to get best result from him? We have a series of coaches. They don't know even how to use him. But this man look at this guy and know that this guy will be the base. You understand me? Dictating the pace of the passes, throwing it like the likes of Iniesta, the like of Xavi, of Barcelona of old days. Then the likes of this guy from Holland that normally put on glasses, Edgar Davies. You understand me? That is exactly what Richel is using Iwobi to interpret, because Iwobi got the skill. Somebody who was tutored by Arsene Wenger, it's not somebody you can just take for granted in the game of football, because they know all these things to the letter. He can interpret it. He knows it. He can smell goal from a distance. And that's why when he played those split passes, don't think he doesn't know what he's doing. Even though some may be caught by, may be intercepted by the Algerians, but then he got it up here. He got it up here. So for Bruno Nyemecha, I will say congratulations to him, your boy. Today he was able to live up to those billings, the hype you have been giving him. And for me, I don't hold anything against him. You understand me? Bruno is better than what we have. You can't compare Bruno with my brother from Sporting Club. What was the club he's playing in Portugal again? Yeah. So you can't compare both of them. Sometimes you can see that Seydou is a weak link that we can have in a game. Even in Côte d'Ivoire, even when we are playing in Cote d'Ivoire, there are some passes he's supposed to square, but then he will either blow it, or then sometimes attack will be coming. He will forget that he's playing game, and they will use his wing and get to us. So let me not overflog the issue, so that some other people will have their own opinion too. So I just want to thank you once more for the good job you're doing. So let's take it one game at a time. But I maintain what I said. Eritrea will bring the cup home, and Morocco 88 is on the play to pay back the state of 1988 that was robbed. That was my first Nation Cup. I cried as a baby watching it. I cried. So this game, remember, this game was on in Morocco 88. But it ended in a long penalty. Remember 10-10. The likes of.
I love how you're asking me as if I watched Morocco 88, but
Oh, you're not there then. No, sorry, my brother. I'm just trying to paint. You can go and watch. You can go and watch the highlight or watch the game again.
I know the story, but I did not watch the game.
No, brother, I was a kid then. Do you understand me? I was like I was 6 then, But then I'm a sports enthusiast. I like watching football. You get? So I cried that very day. I cried. I remember the likes of Letsam Okparaji refused to leave the pitch after the game, after we lost the game. Rufai, they let Rufai. Do you understand me? All this, we are taking that glory to pay them back, because this Esther Hayatu did us bad. You understand me? They finish us. Nigeria have been suffering from what conspiracy from all these francophonies, for a long time. So, but I just thank God. Let's just keep praying that we don't have bad officiating against Morocco. You understand me? If the officiating is right, forget it. Morocco tried something. I just watched their game yesterday. They tried one thing that they have not tried before: pressing. They tried it, but they could not continue with it again, because it's taking a kind of energy out of them. Do you understand me? So when Algeria tried to resist the pressing today, but you see how we were able to manage it and caught them napping behind. Do you understand me? That is the same thing. If Morocco try it, they will get will bully them. So I'm hoping for a better result going forward, and I thank God that we are taking the hardest side of the road. Do you understand me? So that by the time we get to the final, it's going to be a walk in the park.
All right.
Congratulations to Nigeria. Thank you very much for good job. Okay?
Thank you very much. Thank you. No, I was not born in 1988. My parents have not even thought about me at that time, but yes, thank you, Mr. Odoka. Thank you to everyone. I have a few more people to take, and then we'll wrap up this evening. Ademola is up next, then Emmanuel, then Alex T, Miracle Ayo, Kunlexi, Shegun, and then Sheung. And I think that's where we're going to end it for tonight. It's still 1-0 in the Egypt Cote d'Ivoire game. I'm trying to keep an eye on that game as we continue the stream. Ademola, welcome.
Hi, bro. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Go on.
Yeah. Nice to have you here. This is my first time, though. This is my first time I'm ever joining you.
Welcome. Thank you for joining.
Yeah, that was a pretty nice match. It was super great. Like you can tell Eric Shell is cooking. There's something the guy's up to, and that we can't see. Like Congo. Firstly, taking it back to the Congo match, the Nigerian Congo, I feel like there was so much. It was pressure that made us lose that match, because if we were on this momentum, trust me, we're going to easily take out Congo. And the match today, I would say it was too great. It felt like we were playing. It felt like we were training. It felt like we were just chilling. We're just enjoying ourselves. And this was not as much as, because yesterday I watched Smith Lai's live, and it was like he's so scared, like the Algerians, blah blah blah. Everyone's so crazy, like such a lot of people. There's a lot of people here, and I'm like, and I was scared too. But when we go into the game today, this match is like probably our second hardest or third hardest match. This is not the hardest match we've played like so far, and it's so amazing. My issue, the only thing I was scared into getting into this match was Calvin Bassey getting that extra yellow card that was going to affect. But I'm so happy he didn't get it. And for Ndidi, I'm sure there's replacement, not replacement, but there's other things for Ndidi. But so far so good. Yeah, I think this match is, I won't say it's our best match so far, because give us Argentina, give us Brazil. I don't think it's our best match. I just think I don't think it's our best match. Like I don't know I don't know the words to use, but it's not the match that we expected more. We were playing far above what they came to play. Like they thought they I think they underestimated what we're capable of. So yeah, I think it was really nice. Alex, my own man of the match, Brian Osai. He has to be Brian Osai, because Brian Osai he's always been playing some weird games, and today is just like, you know what, I must show myself. I want make people know, say yes, I am something else. And today happened to be that day, and so far so good. Yeah, I think today was a very great match. I don't have anything negative to say except for Ndidi's I think he has an injury now or something.
I don't know if he's injured per se, but I know he has 2 yellows, which should make him miss the next game anyway. So
Yeah. So I think aside that, there's really nothing negative to say. The only problem I have right now with Morocco is we're going to be playing 11 players against like 14 players. That's the audience, and that's the referee, that's CAF. So it's going to be crazy. I didn't mean it was 11-11 now. Morocco. I watched Morocco's game against what's that team?
against Cameroon.
Cameroon. Now, Morocco can't beat Nigeria. Like, I think if they don't have external help, Morocco can't beat Nigeria. Never. I don't think Morocco can beat Nigeria. But with those extra 3 men, the CAF, the referee, and the magnanimous crowd, I think it's going to be a difficult one. But so far, I think we can win. But that's all I have to say. Thank you for having me on your live.
All right. Thank you very much for joining. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Yeah, have a lovely one.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Quick super chat comment here. Niger LFC TV says Eric Shell is doing a wonderful job for Niger. Yes, he is. So far, so good. So far, so good. We can't really complain. For me, I just want him to win this AFCON so that there is absolutely no doubt. Because I know that there's a lot of people that feel like, regardless of the outcome, the process is what matters. But I'm somebody that in football, in life, I value the process. I can't even lie to you. In football, I care about the outcome, man. Like, that's why when people criticize Pesero, and I personally look at it as Pesero got to the final of the AFCON for the first time since 2013 for us. I don't care what kind of football you think he was playing. He did what other people have not been able to do. So for me, if Eric Shell can win, he can prove that, yes, I can play this fantastic, fine football, and I can win at the same time. Because if you play this fine football and you don't win, for me, not the same thing. So I know he's doing great, don't get me wrong, but I think he just needs to cap it off by winning this trophy. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We still have Morocco to face on the 14th before we then go and face either one of Senegal, Egypt, or the Ivory Coast. Welcome, Emmanuel.
Hello, Ayo team.
Welcome.
Good evening. Yeah. First of all, let me thank God for giving us the privilege to defeat Algeria and to be in the semifinals. First of all, we thank God. Please, thank you, God. Number two, Ayo, you talk like a football guru, but I think you have to go and watch those matches. I've watched 1966 World Cup, 1950 something. I've watched totally. I've watched their videos. Some of them were in black and white, but I mean, I watch football, so you can see the trend of football, how football is moving. So you can predict football. If you can see football, you can predict football. You can see people scoring goals that other people have scored. Pele has scored some of the fantastic goals that Messi scored, and what do they call the other guy? Cristiano Ronaldo scored. Pele has done so many things. So when I see some people talk about football, I said, no. These people have not gone to watch the past videos. Ayo, you need to watch these videos. You need to watch the videos. So all of Gang Games of the 3, watch the videos. So the Six Nations Cup, when I just started coming up, Zanchuku, Baba Otu Mohammed, Shefi Mohammed, Sam Oyebode, left full back, all those guys. You see the trend moving. See when Odegbami came to the national team, he brought what Samuel Moses is trying to do now. Then Muda Lawal, you see those guys, and you follow the trend. You see some guys that, in fact, when you watch some matches we are playing, and you recall this thing was done some years ago, it comes in your mind. I've seen this before. It was done this video in this match, so you understand what is happening and what is supposed to be done. What you have to predict, because I see you as one that's trying to be a guru in soccer analysis. Well, so that's just my advice. Well, the next thing I have to say is that congratulations, Super Eagles, for making us happy. From the 37 minutes of the match to the beginning of second half, I was absent. I was in transit, so I lost that part of you. Even when I was in the metro, I was watching my video. I was watching the match, and some people that were interested in Morocco were my Arab brothers. They were not happy about the score, but it's okay. What has happened has happened. So between today's match and the past match that we had, someone spoke earlier and said Algerians were tired. No. Once you have beyond 3 days, that's why CAF has an
2-0 to Egypt. Sorry, 2-0 to Egypt. So Egypt, they are cruising over Ivory Coast. But go on.
What? Maybe the final will be the friendly match that we played in Cairo, beating itself probably. So I don't think Algeria lost this match because of tiredness. No, they were not tired. Why am I saying so? Because they had more than 3 days to prepare. I think it was 4 or 5 days, if I'm right.
4 days. The next game is on the 14th.
Okay. To prepare for this match. Once it is and they didn't travel. They played their match at
Morocco did not travel. Yeah, Morocco. We had Algeria. Was Algeria playing in Marrakesh? I'm not sure, but
I think it was Marrakesh they played their match. Well, I'm not too sure. Okay. Nigeria had to travel. Then FIFA has a rule that once a match cannot be played less than 3 days, and they had 4 days. It's not so. They lost this match because of superior football technique and our boys' versatility on the field. And to add to that, apart from the teamwork, the individual brilliance. When our boys are caught in tight position, their individual brilliance excelled. Okay. Now, talking about individual brilliance, the one particular player comes to my mind, Bright Osayi Samuel. That the last match and this one, I think he did so well. He has improved so much. Why am I saying he did improve so much? I saw him dribbling Algerian strikers in tight corners. Just you move. You was with balls going on. Then suddenly you move the ball inside and he will start accelerating. That kind of a thing. He will start sprinting. So I saw it early in the match. I said, no, today is going to be Bright Osayi, and I got it right. To me, my man of the match is Bright Osayi Samuel. Because those last 2 deft tackles that he did in the 18, running the Algerian players out, to think 2 or 3 times, those were supposed to be the defining moments for the Algerian team in this match, but they never happened. That is it. I think our boys have gotten a great level of discipline in their play. Otherwise, they would have gotten a lot more yellow cards today. I don't even know how he got that yellow card. I don't know how he got the yellow card. For Mwabali, I blame him for the yellow card because I heard Calvin Bassey tell him, if we give you a yellow card, if you don't get up, we give you a yellow card. I heard Calvin Bassey tell him that bend now, but I don't know how the last speaker, the microphone caught it. I heard, so for him to still lie down and eventually get the yellow card. Well, I don't know. I thought maybe he was genuinely injured. Probably he would have been substituted. Probably if he was substituted, the yellow card would have been cancelled by CAF because they would not say, okay, he was injured. It's not that he was playing pranks. Now that he stood up and continued the game, it would seem as if he was playing pranks. Maybe he did. Footballers do a lot of things.
Umabali's yellow card is inconsequential because it doesn't miss. He only has one in the knockout round, so he's fine. He doesn't miss any game, and
okay.
They reset in the semifinal. So even if he gets one in the semifinal, you don't miss the final.
Okay. If they say in the semifinal, will still meet semifinals because I know.
So
That's
as
what I'm saying.
I believe Ndidi, because Ndidi got his 2 in the round of 16 and quarterfinal. I believe he misses the semis.
Because we need that midfield. That is why looking at it after Dele Bashiru and what's this guy's name, and Onyedika, we don't have any we don't have any very good midfielder.
No,
Apart from-
I think Onyeka in the
no, no,
Iwobi and Onyedika, they'll be able to handle it.
no. I'm just talking about apart from the three midfielders that usually start, then add these two guys, Nadi and the other guy. Will they be able to? So
Those ones, they are young boys, but they are learning.
that is why I wasn't happy with the list. Bringing some very strange Mohammed, Pago, not even better. Among those three boys, Nadi is the best of them.
Yeah.
From the Egyptian friendly and from what I know of them, Nadi is even better. But Mohammed is just, I don't know what he went there for. Maybe to collect Alawi that we used to collect during NYC camp. Collect allowance, and I don't know. I don't want to say anything that will spoil my spirit. Well, this game would easily have been 6-0. Truly speaking, would have been 6-0. But maybe the scoreline is more respectable to Algerians than it was supposed to be. Well, again, as I said the last time, 3 things stood out. Today, 4 things stood out why we won this match. Number 1, discipline. Number 2, we have a very good off the ball movement. Our boys are always moving. I remember when the first thing they told the boys in camp, that it was home migrants. When he arrived in Nigeria, it was home migrants that were camping in Ogun State, somewhere in Ogun State. And when he went to the camp the first time, he talked about movement, off the ball movement, and I can see because this was the strength of Mourinho's Chelsea part 1. Because that Chelsea part 1 of Mourinho, they played like a machine. They were like a machine. The way this guy described that Chelsea team. What's this guy's name? Well, I've forgotten. But Caseman. He said that team was part of that. That team was a machine. That team was a machine. Damian Duff, Caseman, and all the other guys. It was like machine. The out the ball movement was so good that it was because of all the ball movement that Victor Osimhen could give that ball to Adams, because as he was closing to block him, he suddenly saw that running in, so he gave him the ball. Adams scored a fantastic goal. So all the ball movement does a lot, especially in the midfield. It does so much, and it is another thing that's made us to win today's match. Apart from what I mentioned earlier, is the teams, they play for each other. If you notice that the players play for each other, especially in the defense. So that wrapping up communicating and playing for each other help us to play as if we were even more in number than the Algerians. We're not more in number. We're all 11.
I can bring next.
So at the point, it was as if we were more in number than the Algerians. Do you notice it?
Oh yeah, we dominated them absolutely.
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you going.
Okay, so my man of the match is Brad Osai Samuel, followed by Bruno Oyemachi. About the Moroccan match, I think there are some things that we need to watch out. Our players need to watch out for the referee. I'm not sure. I don't know what CAF is trying to play out, but at this stage of the competition, because everybody is coming to watch the competition, so many football authorities are watching. Those plans that they played against Cameroon, some maybe not all the time. So those calls with suspect, the referee has to be a little bit fair to all the teams, but the players have to watch out. You shouldn't allow the referee to get into our head. May I ask a question? Is Ebenezer Akinsamiro injured?
I don't think so.
So why is he not part of games?
I mean, Eric Shell said it before. Whatever, if you want to play, you have to earn it in training. So maybe there is something that he has not shown in training for the coach to play him.
Because that guy is good. He's in Serie A.
Look, so
the guy is good.
I have to let you go now, but I'll just say quickly on Ebenezer. I think it's a matter of system. It's a system issue, I think, for Ebenezer. In this system that we're playing, Ebenezer only gets into the team in the role of Alex Iwobi. And Ebenezer cannot do a quarter of what Iwobi is doing right now. He just does not have that technical ability yet. He's not that good yet. So I think it's very hard for him to get, because he's not a defensive midfielder that is solid like that. So I think it's just a system issue. He cannot quite fit. It's similar to the same issue that like a Chrysanthos Uche had. System issue, that where exactly do you fit in the style that Eric Shaw wants to play. So I think that's Ebenezer's issue. But he's still a young guy. Even if he doesn't play in this tournament, there's AFCON 2027, there's AFCON 31, because they're making them 4 years now.
Yeah.
And then he will be able to continue from there. But thank you, Mr. Emmanuel. Thank you for joining.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing your thoughts. I appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Bye-bye.
All right. Mr. Emmanuel, say I should go and watch. I've watched it. Funny enough, I've watched a lot of old Nigeria clips, but there's only so much. Shout out to Smidlai, man. Smidlai is the historian. Smidlai has watched almost everything. I've not quite watched as much, but I've watched a lot of historical football. Unfortunately for me, I was born in the 90s. In fact, late 90s, in fact. So I've been trying to catch up, on everything that I missed over the years. But yes, thank you, Mr. Amal. I appreciate it. Okay, let me bring on my next guest. I'll take 5 more people, I believe, and then we'll wrap up. Ivory Coast goal. Somebody's informing me that Ivory Coast have scored. Yes, it's 2-1 now. It's 2-1. Egypt 2, Ivory Coast 1. So that game is interesting. Unfortunately, I'm missing it, but if we can wrap up soon, maybe we can catch the second half. So that at least we can scout our potential finalists opponents. I really want Ivory Coast to win, man. They should come back. I want Ivory Coast to win. I want to face Ivory Coast again in the final. So I want them to win. But yes, Alex T, welcome.
Hey, hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Go on.
All right, man. Again, thank you again, man, for bringing this platform. For us to come in, Nigeria, everybody, we're all coaches, man. So we could put our skill to work. But I have to give it to Eric Shell, man. I have to give it to Eric Shell. 10/10. I know you gave him 8, but 10/10, man. In football, man, it looks like it's system, like you said, it's system. Nobody believed Leicester City will win the league, right? Premier League. It's system, it's players, it's what you put. People keep saying nobody's using it will be the right way. Everybody have been using it will be the right way, but it's the system. In Ivory Coast, why we lost is because there was no Ndidi. In football, in American football, there's a quarterback and there's an offensive line. That is what Ndidi and Frank Onyeka is doing for Alex Iwobi. They are shading for him. Now you can come back and see all the space to play the ball. That's why Iwobi's been like, I think it was Asamoah Gyan was the second commentator on Bein Sports.
Oh, it wasn't. It was Baidu. I forget.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It was somebody from. It sounded like somebody from Ghana.
Oh, it's a Ghanaian.
Yeah, it kept saying that Alex Iwobi. Like you said, statistics, man. People don't know what Ali Iwobi do, man, in that team. But I gave it up to all of them, man. For me, since we win 10/10 for everybody, the only person is Stanley Wabali. Again, he did what Stanley Wabali. There was one time that when Samuel Osaye had that problem, Wabali don't need to be part of it, but you won't go fight again. And then later on, he did something Wabali tried to waste time. We are winning 2 goals, 3 minutes to go, sitting on the ball, don't want to really look at. Good game, man. Bright Osaye Samuel, for me, I said it last time, this is the best 2 games in his Super Eagles career. Today, for me, is the man of the match. Bruno, excellent player. I would have given it to Osimhen, scoring goal and assist, but for me today, Bright Osaye was the man of the match. The only problem that I have with him sometimes is releasing the ball quick. If he can play like Bruno, I think if it was like there was Chukwueze in that wing, maybe he would have been passing the ball. I think Bright Osaye holds the ball too long sometimes. That's my problem with him. But today, man, he was flawless, man. I can see him go to the left side. He's trying to dribble players, take them. He was flawless, man. And Eric Shell, man, I think you can see that he's holding his emotions. He wants to be excited, he wants to be happy, but he's holding it because Eric Shell, if they don't pay Eric Shell today, he will still want to coach Super Eagles because the type of talent he has already seen the team like this. There is so much
This
pool
is
of
a dream
talent.
job. This is a dream job. Like,
This is a dream job.
yeah.
I mean, this job is a dream job for him. The players are there. It's just like you said, the system, and the system now is working. So even though they don't pay him tomorrow, he go still won't coach this team because he knows that it's when we scored the second goal, man, I get emotional because I was like, yo, we would have been in the World Cup. The way we're playing. And if we can play like this, play friendly matches, and then we have like good camping towards the World Cup, man, that I was emotional. I was like, man, why we not make this World Cup? Because these players are in their prime. Like, I mean, today I felt emotional, man, that we should have been in the World Cup, man, with this type of playing. Eric Shell, I give it to him, man. All the players, I give it to them. They did their work. Everybody's doing well. I see people saying prediction. I don't believe in God participating in sports. That I'm not nothing to do with God. You can predict. I just believe that football is a game of moment, mistake, and then if you do your work. Ivory Coast today, look at them. They're winning. They're losing 2-1. They've been playing the game. Egypt is like not in the game, but Egypt is winning. It's a game of moment. So you can come and bring your A game someday, and you still didn't win. You won't win. Somebody mistake happens, somebody win. So I just leave God alone in football prediction. I don't predict, but what I'm saying is Nigeria is going to beat all the Arab countries. I'm telling you that if Egypt is going to beat Senegal, Nigeria is going to beat Morocco. I don't predict in sports, and Nigeria is going to play Egypt in the finals. That's what I'm just saying. I'm just thinking. It's not prediction. I'm just thinking because football, anything can happen. We can play all these games, go to Morocco block all the thing, we score one goal, and that's it. And Nigeria can win too. But I'm saying Nigeria, I'm saying Nigeria, Egypt in the finals. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just, because game they're playing, right? Bruno, it impresses me, man, for real. Like, I don't know, man. There's something about him that I like. He's very skillful. He's very intelligent. He just one or two things, maybe defending. And today, he actually defended well. Because Marex or whatever his name is didn't even do nothing. It was like it wasn't in the field. Of course, there is Bassi there protecting him, but he did his thing. Most of the players they did their thing, but I think today was. I mean, Chukwueze can fit in any team today. Any of this team, Algeria, Morocco, but Chukwueze is sitting on the bench, so our bench is loaded. Our bench is loaded. That's why they say Abuka. What did you say? Sheka, whenever I bring our Ganguza power. Whenever bring our Ganguza power. So there are still players that can come in. And I think, again, the problem that happened between Ademola and Osimhen, I think it was actually a good thing in a way. Because if that did not happen, that pass where Osimhen gave to this guy, Ako, believe me, Osimhen will not pass that ball. He will want to shoot. But it was like, if I have to be accusing somebody, I have to be an example. For me, that's what I think. I thought that thing that happened, it wasn't good that it happened, but I think it made people understand that, hey, look, this is a team. And I can see that Lookman was kind of disappointed a little bit because he didn't score. He wanted to score. I can see when he left. But look, Nigeria and this team right here, I'm hoping that we can be in the finals and we can win this tournament, man, for these guys. Because since we're not going to the World Cup, I think this might be something for them to look back and say, hey, we messed up. Let's move on. But 10 over 10 for Eric Sayer, man. And thank you again, Ayo, man.
Thank you. Thank you, Alex T. Appreciate it. So what is the Ayo is judging, is not rating Eric Shell until he reaches the final. I knew I said that as a joke. Again, for me, if you've been watching me, if you've been seeing how I give my match ratings, I don't throw high ratings just like that. Like I look for very, very, very extraordinary things for you to get like the 9.5s or like a 10. Because a 10 is perfection. And perfection is not easy to get. Yes, I know Eric Shell coached a fantastic, fantastic game. And if you rate him a 10, fine, like that, you are free to do so. But what happens when he coaches a much better game than he did today, then what do you give him a 10.5? So I kind of look for those, it's the same way if a player scores 2 goals, I'm not necessarily going to rate the player at 10, because then what happens if a player scores a hat-trick and has a flawless performance, so there's always that level higher that I think it can go. So fantastic for Eric Shaw. I'm not saying I can't rate him high until he wins the tournament. No. If he plays against Morocco and he beats Morocco 4-0 and it's perfect, like I might give him a 10 too. Just to qualify on that, that was a joke that he took a little bit too serious. Okay, quickly, guys, just so that we can wrap up within the next few minutes. Miracle, Ayo, then Shegun, then Sheung, and then if Oluwa Sheung turns on his camera, we will bring him on last. But yes, Miracle, Ayo, welcome, sir.
Hi, how's it going?
It's going well. I mean, I'm happy. Thank you for joining.
Yeah, I'm happy too. Well, your match analysis is just top notch, and I've been following you all along. And today's match was just more like a practice match, if I should say that, like the last one against Mozambique. Was it Mozambique? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'd always known that Eric Shaw will have problems in picking his guys. He's gradually getting to understand the boys, and he's as you guys will say now, that he's cooking. Yes, he's cooking, and we're yet to see the best from him. And personally, I think the Nigerian team, or we, overrated the Algerians. It's the way Nigeria play now is just like the guys are on steroids. They're just moving on and on and on and on. I don't know where they got the energy from. And I think Maria should just go and retire. This was he was non-existent today, and I'm happy that at least he wasn't able to wreak any havoc in the real sense of it. Well, good teamwork and good team management. Eric Shell is doing a yeoman's job. He's doing very well. And personally, I don't see Eric Shell staying in Nigeria. This is just like a stepping stone for him.
Nigeria is a stepping stone.
Yeah. You see, that guy, his football acumen is something else. Yeah. See, go watch the Malian team. It's still the same team he left there. Look at the way they are playing. And they play exactly. Not let me say exactly. We have more talented players here. People with good football sense. And he go and watch it. If you watch the Malian team, it's another high pressure, and as they will say, aggressivity. Very aggressive. So, but the guys are doing. They are really bringing out what he wants. And I know it's going to be a very tough one keeping him here, because a lot of clubs are going to they're going to get him out, give him a lot of money, and that will just be it. Then another thing, did you see that Osimhen's goal? Wow, that was Air Osimhen. He was just I wonder, we are the naysayers. I wonder why people are making a mountain out of a molehill. It's normal, it's normal for players, to yell at themselves. When you make mistakes, you yell. Look, you're bringing us down. You have to, that's just the way it is. And I wonder why, content, this, what do you call them now? Yeah, even journalists, they're just making. Well, maybe they want to sell, but to me, it's
you know what I would say about that. It's the media. And in 2026, it's social media. The reality of it is that if this happened playing for Galatasaray, the Turkish people will talk about it. If it happened playing for Napoli, the Italians will talk about it. It's kind of just the way it says. When something negative happens, the negative thing always draws a lot of attention. It's just the way it goes. So it didn't surprise me that people were talking about it, and every single person I saw, people that do Big Brother Nigeria, they were talking about it. Like everybody just wanted to talk about it because that was at the end of the day. If you heard my comment on it, I said, look, it happens. Yes, it is not a good look, but I knew that it was going to be inconsequential. You know, sometimes players, even when they punch themselves in training, they will still come to the match and you will still fix up and play well.
Yeah.
So I knew it was not going to matter. If anything, I just was looking for them to use that to even have extra danger to come and show people today. But yes, please wrap up your thoughts, Mr. Miracle.
It's as I said, it's just part of. Hello, yeah, I said it's just
Yes.
part of. Yeah, it's part of the football thing. You know, you're bound to have misunderstandings amongst yourselves as players, and at the same time, they always, it's always they always make up no matter what. You know, if you look at this thing is something that transcends generations. I remember, what's his name now? West. You know, there was, I've forgotten the match. He was yelling at Okoronko. Yeah, they were both, 5 and 6 then. And even Keshi, the way Keshi was in another class because he was like a coach on the field of play when he was playing for Nigeria. And, I'm happy the way, things are, but, we still have to go back to the grassroots in Nigeria, get the right people, because presently we are just, we are making do with already made players, people that didn't grow up. So you don't really have the kind of pattern we used to play in those days, where, had skillful football, African football. But right now it's just a mixture of everything. We don't really have that style. And I heard you say you not watch. You need to go back and watch that Maroc '88. That was when Eguavon, that was when he started playing for Nigeria. Eguavon. That was the beginning of the '94 team. Actually, let's face the reality. That team was super against Maroc in the semifinals. It was, all the players played penalties, all of them. It ended up 10-9, I think 10-9 or 9-8. So you can imagine. So, I'm probably where I pray, I'm probably seeing something like that. But, Nigeria will have to prepare for, we're going to play against 14 players, apart from the 11 on the field, the referee, the VAR, the crowd. The crowd is something else. You need to go. North Africans are crazy. They
So
are
yeah,
crazy.
it's going to be an intense, but like I said, we're going to do to them what we did to their women. Just don't worry.
well, I think that's all I'll have to say for now. But I believe that things will continue to improve, and I still believe, I still have that thing at the back of my mind that Nigeria might still qualify for the World Cup. Might still go for the. Yeah, you're laughing.
See, at this point, Ghana supposed just get their sports. Ghana supposed just go meet FIFA and say, please, we are not worthy. Let the Super Eagles come and represent. Because Ghana, they're not going to do anything. But yes, thank you very much. I
You're
appreciate
welcome. Yeah.
it.
Have a good one.
You too. All right. So it says it still believes that one way or the other, by hook or by crook, by appeal, by FIFA, maybe Nigeria will still find our way to the World Cup. Personally, I don't come out my mind from World Cup already, honestly. I've already gone to go apply for tickets to watch Ghana, Panama. So at least we can just watch one African country, But look, if FIFA wants to do wayo to help us get there, I'm not complaining. I don't like corruption, but everybody likes corruption when it favors them. Okay, let me bring on the next caller. We'll take 2 more callers and then wrap up for this evening. Thank you for your patience. I'll take Shehu and then I'll take Shegun. Shehu doesn't take time, so I want Shehu to go before Shegun. Shegun, thank you for your patience. Yes, welcome.
Hello, good evening, IoT.
Good evening.
I will take time today. I will take time. It's my day.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm very happy for NDD today because 2019 they make that error that Victor Man score and they call that free kick. But today, I'm happy for NDD today. And for me, I will share the man. Matter what happened, you keep him. It's the man. The team is playing good football. And for Simen, it's a teamwork, team force. Today, he showed that he's playing Nigeria today. That's why I love him. When he made a mistake, he responded on the picture play by giving a good answer. The goal and the quality assist. And I look more too.
maturity, everything good. For the what was the question? Indeed, he was booked for what? Why
For
did he
time,
book?
he was good for time wasting. So when he was going off, it looked like he was holding his hamstring, but they say that you should go off from the closest way. But when you now decide to walk the entire length of the pitch, so the referee
Oh,
took it as time wasting, and that's why he was booked.
oh, okay, no problem. I think you do better. I like the man don't understand that's why I move really quickly. Because I know you got to play that role on Wednesday. It will be Onyeka and will be in the midfield that day.
Mm.
That's what I think. And finally, what I say, Oyemechi good crosses. At least on Monday it was Oyemechi that caught the pass between Lukman and Osimhen. Now he didn't good ball. Everybody play well today. And so for some time, I think Mobile is doing better, doing it now. And for the FA, they should please pay them their money, including Shell. These people they are proved beyond doubt. If we are playing like this, they will qualify easily. And I know that FIFA can do that thing for us. Because Congo JLC, they know that good work. That their team. And they know that work out. They know that at all. If they play that work out, they will lose easily. So for me, Nigerian, congratulations, Nigerian, everybody. I'm happy time. Stay blessed.
All
See
right.
time.
Thank you very
Bye.
much. Thank you. You see, even when Shehu said it would take time, see, it was this being the quickest of everybody that has scored it, that has scored it today. But thank you, Shehu. Always nice hearing from you. Before I bring Shehu on, let me just quickly acknowledge some super chats that I have here before I forget about them. Sports Grinds, thank you very much for your support. He says, we played so well today. Great performance. Never expected us to do this to Algeria. I was close. I predicted 2-1. The game ended 2-0, but it could easily have been 3, could have been 4, could have been 5. I did not think that we would dominate them like this. I did not think that they wouldn't even have any half chance, not even talk of having a big chance to score. Fantastic game. And then Temiloluwa Durojai, shout out to Temi, man. I hope you're doing very well. Says, well done, E.T. Thank you very much. Shout out to Temi. Okay, final caller for the evening. I'll take Shegun. So Shegun, please, you have to be exciting so that we can end on a high. Welcome.
Hi, IFC. This is my first time on your program, but I just want to appreciate you. You're doing
I
a great
just
job.
knew it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. First time caller. I appreciate you. We need to be seeing you more for now. You cannot just come once and disappear.
Definitely. I just want to say the guys played really well, really well. And I want to share the sentiment of everyone that has spoken. I think this will probably make the appeal go in our favor for the FIFA complaint. So I think Nigeria will be into the World Cup. So I want to end with that. Thank you so much. Great job. Bye.
All right, thank you. And that was short and sweet. Thank you very much, Shegun. I appreciate you. All right. Shegun says he believes that our appeal, as everything just they work in our favor this AFCON, say the appeal for the World Cup against DR Congo will work in our favor. Honestly, like I said, I've removed my mind from World Cup. But look, anything can happen in this world, man. If it happens to turn out good for us and we can take a spot, I'll take it. Just imagine if we somehow now go and lose in the playoffs. it will be so hilarious, man. It will be so hilarious. But yes, thank you to everyone, man. Thank you for watching. The second half, okay, it's still halftime in Egypt versus Ivory Coast, so we'll be able to catch the second half of that game and see which other team is going to the semi-finals of the Africa Cup of Nations 2025. Do me a favor, if you haven't liked the video yet, please make sure you hit the like button. And man, what a game it was. Shout out to the Super Eagles, man. Fantastic display. Every single, there's nobody that you can say had a bad game. Bali was on holiday. The defense was on point. Left back and right back, fantastic. Ajayi and Bassi, very good. In the midfield, controlled the game. Iwobi, Ndidi, Onyeka, and then in the attack, Lukman, Ako, and Victor Osimhen. It's a team game. It is a team game indeed. Thank you very much, guys. It's been a pleasure. Algeria 0, Nigeria 2. We are in the semi-finals, and I will see you guys in my next video. My name is Ayoti. This is Eagle Tracker, the home of Nigerian football. Bye-bye.